So I'm 23 years old, and at this age, I don't really think about the future too much. But I read a poem from an 85-year-old woman. Her name is Nadine Stair, and she wanted to write this poem as a reflection of her life and what she would have done if she could go back. And so there's 3 points from that poem that I want to talk about. And there's lots of points in that poem, so if you get the chance, it's called I'd pick more daisies. I picked more daisies. So the first thing she said is, I'd make more mistakes. And I think that's crucial because there's a lot of us that are very scared to go and fail. Now, I'm not saying fail on purpose. I'm not saying that at all. But at least be willing to fail. But learn from your failures. Another thing she said was, I'd be sillier than I have been. A lot of us take life a little too seriously. We're all uptight. We care too much about what people think about us. But she's saying, if I could go back, I would act more silly. Because in the end, it really doesn't matter what somebody thought about me. As long as I was having fun, if I was laughing along the ride and enjoying myself, that's all that matters. And the last thing is I'd travel lighter. I'd be spontaneous. I'd be adventurous. And that's what I want to be. And being an engineering student, I tend to structure myself all the time. I have a planner for my planner. But I want to live more spontaneously and just enjoy life. So I guess the thing I take out of it is it's not an excuse for me not to work hard, but to just take life and to live it to the fullest. I only get one chance. And I hope when I'm 85, I can say I was funny, I laughed, and I was silly, I traveled light, and I worked hard. Thank you. Oh.
I would say thank you.
I forgot.
I'm going to do 2 ums. 2
Okay.
ums. Okay, Colin, time?
140.
140. Justin, volume?
I'd say that's pretty good volume. Maybe a little more oomph in certain parts of your speech, but overall, good job.
Cool. Thank you.
So one thing I would say Neo did phenomenally well, body movement. Essentially, you paused and you stayed at a section, great amount of timing, I would say, and you varied it, and it was just totally awesome, his body movement. I guess he was the pinnacle who represented how you want to do body movement. That was one pro. What else would you say were pros? Yes?
I think he has like very nice, casual style.
Thank you.
You're having a conversation with us, which is really good.
Thank you.
Okay, that's true. Anyone else have anything to say?
Both tone and facial expression were varied, and they were in concert like they're supposed to be.
Gabriel?
You started off with shy hand gestures, but after about 20 seconds, they got really great. So you seemed shaky, but then it got away completely, so that was good.
Same thing with your verbal distractions. You started off, but then when you started smoothing it out, it all went very well. So.
And you did a good job when you went to your 3 points, rule 3. You really emphasized when you're transitioning to each. And that's good that you also turned it back around and you had a good conclusion, wrapping all of it together and almost a different type of tone than when you were just talking about it. So that was a good strength.
One thing was also eye contact. I thought it was really stellar. I felt like you were looking kind of more so in the first 3 rows. I know Justin's by himself back there, but he didn't get too much. But one good thing is you didn't look back at the screen. Because I know, a couple of times last week and the week before, people were looking back at the screen sometimes. So that was stellar. But maybe try to improve eye contact that also have see Justin back there.
Sounds good.
Do we see any other areas of improvement?
I can use it. Any improvements?
One thing that you did, it's the opposite of what I said for Victor, where it kind of follows the cardinal saying where your eye contact helps govern your volume. So if you look down, without realizing it, your volume is going to go down. So you'd occasionally glance at, essentially it looked like the feet